Strengths and limitations. Strengths. The experimental design was the independent measures design which used a laboratory setting. This means that it was possible to control and monitor extraneous variables, for instance ensuring that the participants were listening at a comfortable volume and using a pre-recorded telephone message so that there were no differences in stress on the important words that were the target between conditions. This ensures reliability and lesser chances of participant variable. It was also standardized in the sense that all the participants were prompted to be equally bored and therefore equally likely to daydream. This was achieved by the monotonous quality of the recording, which was accentuated using a dull and a quiet room as the setting. Furthermore, they were asked to perform the totality of this task when they were in the mindset of going home. This increased the levels of potential boredom, pushing the fore. This provided clues for the validity of the study/research. They could ensure that the differences in between the control condition and the doodling watch due to the doodling. There is increased reliability because all the participants in both the groups were similarly bored. The sample was representative in the respective age, which was it being generalizable to the populations aged 18 to 55 years. The collection of data was via an objective method, which is asking to recall the number of names and places recalled, quantitative data. An ethical consolation was made, with participants debriefed about the nature of the study, and apologized to for misleading them about the unexpected test of recall. Limitations. The sample could have had bias in terms of 1. The sample was genocentric, having a majority of female participants. 2. The sample recruited was from a particular panel from a particular university. The bias would come in with the people who would be on such panels. Volunteering could be very similar, for example, having an interest in psychology biasing the sample and lowering generalizability. There was also a risk of participant variables confounding the results of the study, as the shapes the individuals had shaded on the A4 paper differed. However, it may also be an effectively efficient strategy, as no participants in the control condition doodled and only one in the doodling condition actually didn't. There may also be a significant risk of demand characteristics, because some of the participants did suspect a memory test, but they were roughly equal in each condition and did not actively try to remember, so this is unlikely to have affected the validity of the study. There was a lack of qualitative data, which would have been useful if the participants would have been given self-reports for any account of daydreaming, as this would have added to explore whether the differential cause was memory or attention. This would, however, violate certain ethical considerations, as it would be deemed an invasion of privacy of the participants. Speaking of ethical issues, this study was not able to fulfill the criteria of informed consent, as they were given an unexpected test on place names, as well as the nature of the study. This potentially could have made the participants distressed if they were unable to remember the names, exposing them to the risk of psychological harm.